More than 30 exchange students from the United States of America met with unexploded ordnance advocates and officials at the UN building in Vientiane to learn and discuss the horrific impact of UXO on Lao people's lives. According to the students, it is very sad learning that each year, Laos nearly 300 people are injured or killed by accidents involving UXO, and over 25% of the country is littered with UXO.
A lot of painful experiences from the past.
During the session, were attended by UNDP resident representative Mim Pham, National Regulatory Affairs Deputy Director Bun Pamit Somvichit, UXO Lao Acting Director Wan Thong Kamdala, and Lao Journalists Association Vice President Somsanuk Misai, as well as representatives from various organizations working in the UXO sector in Laos. The exchange students learned about the existing UXO in Laos and watched a special short film called Lao, An Untold Story, which looked at the conditions of people living with disability as a result of UXO in Xieng Khouang province. Speaking at the session, UNDP resident representative said more than 2 million tons of ordnance was dropped on Laos during the Second Indochina conflict. He said up to 30% failed to detonate, and UXO continues to pose a humanitarian threat and a significant obstacle to the nation's development today, 40 years after the war ended. According to the UNDP's representative, presently, UXO poses a threat to the people living in contaminated areas, about 1 in 4 villages in Laos.
It seems like there's been a lot of awareness going on.
During questions and answer sessions, the exchange students also asked the panel, saying that reducing the impact of UXO is a top priority for development and Lao people's living.
NGO, a non-government.
UXOs, even though the bombs were dropped a long time ago, the effects are still felt today. And I think education is definitely the #1 priority when it comes to prevention of more accidents. So I think that education on a primary level, like teaching kids not to play with scrap metal, and if they see a bomb be on the ground, like don't touch it, is very important that kids, especially in the areas that were bombed, know about UXOs and not what to do.
It's probably really hard. I mean, especially for the children, they're drawn to like little objects, and I know most of the victims are children because they're drawn to the unexploded ordnance because they look like toys or little balls or fruit.
Well, after touring the Cope Center, I thought that taught me a lot about UXO, seeing the map of the 9 years of bombing, every 8 minutes a plane would fly out and drop bombs on Laos. And, I think it touched my heart deeply because this is my motherland. And it's a shame that this beautiful country has such a black spot in its history. And I think that when I go home as a teenager, you think, oh, I don't have much say in what the government does, but I feel like writing to congressmen would be a good start. Educating even people at my school would also be another good start.
According to Lao UXO, 47 people have died and 25 has sustained injuries in Champasak province as a result of UXO since 1997. In 2012, 56 UXO-related incidents occurred across the country, resulting in 15 deaths and numerous cases of damage to limbs. From 1964 to 2008, about 25,000 people survived UXO accidents in Laos. Many of the victims have lost arms or legs, and some have lost their eyesight as well.
Having the experts here today on the panel was a great opportunity because the students were able to ask the questions and get the answers straight from the experts instead of having to look through websites or asking their parents about it who might not have all the information. So having the information from the experts directly was just a great opportunity today.
The 24 exchange students are in Laos for a month to study the Lao language and learn about various aspects of the local culture. They are from the Lao Heritage Foundation based in Washington, aiming to showcase culture in their motherland.
And the goal and mission of the Lao Heritage Foundation is to preserve, promote, and transmit Lao culture through the arts. But other than trying to have our students learn about arts and culture, we also expose them to a lot of the issues and challenges that Laos is facing, so that they can have a full spectrum and understanding of Laos.
Director of Lao Heritage Foundation, Pom Uttama Khampadit, disclosed that it is hoped that after the session, the students will return home with a better understanding of UXO issues and to be encouraged to become involved in finding solutions. The foundation started visiting Laos in 2011 to refresh their knowledge and understanding of the traditions, music, dance, and culture of the country of their parents' origins, and take back new experiences to showcase for the Lao and the local people living in the United States.
But that message is very important for you.
Please join us in our next news bulletin, which begins from 7:30 p.m., 10:30 p.m., and midnight respectively. You can also visit and like us at our media social network on www.facebook.com/pages/Lao National Television English News Program. I'm Smakson Silapet and the news team here from Vientiane Capital. Thank you very much for watching. Until we meet again, goodbye.